Hi friends, this is Nikki and this is Not Your Story, a podcast about tips and tricks and things that you can utilize in your everyday life to live a more purposeful and abundant life. I want to talk about today something that is very near and dear to me because it's something that dictates a lot in my life, and I've always been this way. And it actually is a good thing. I mean, it's a bad thing, but it's a good thing. Whatever. But I want to talk about being indecisive and being decisive and how being indecisive can actually hold you back from the life that you truly deserve. So I've always been one of those people that I just make one decision. I decide, and then that's that. I've never been like, oh, unless it's food. I've never been that person like, oh, do I want it? Do I not? Do I do it? Do I not? Do I get it? Do I not? What do I do? I've never been that person. I have always just made one decision and that's final. That's all she wrote. And it has gotten me to a lot of great things in my life, a lot of accomplishments. One of the biggest one being is going to college. I decided my first day that I was going to graduate in 13 months and I was going to do it on the president's list. I decided that, made one decision, and 13 months later, I graduated on the president's list. So it has served me in so many positive ways, and it can be impulsive, it can be terrifying for the people around me, but it is something that I appreciate about myself. But I want to talk about a study that Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, you may have heard of him. He's just some dude that has fucking #1 selling book. And if you haven't read it, I would recommend reading it. It's amazing. But he studied 500 millionaires, and he found one thing in common between all of the millionaires that he studied. He found one thing in common with all of them. Can you guess it? I'm sure you already know it. They were all decisive thinkers. They all made decisions quickly. They all made one decision and didn't sway from that decision. And it helped serve them to become the millionaires that they were. So being an indecisive person can be a good thing. You can be cautious. You can get the best deals on cars. You can, stay out of trouble. Like, there's a lot of great things that go into being indecisive. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. But I'm saying there is a time and place. It's great when you're like, should I jump off this bridge and do bungee jump or should I not? Like, there's definitely times to be indecisive. But when you're chasing the life of your dreams, make one decision. I mean, be the decisive person. Be that person that makes one decision, because it's going to serve you so much more in the long run than sitting and thinking about a decision before making it. Because that time that you're wasting, that you're sitting on the couch, you're like, should I do it? Should I quit my 9 to 5? Should I go full force in my passion? Should I go to that school and take that class? Should I go to the gym? Should I watch while you're making these decisions, the person that is decisive has already made the decision to do exactly what you want and is on their way to the life of your dreams. So why are you going to allow yourself to watch people do the things that you want to do because you're too indecisive to decide to get up and go do it? Right? I mean, it sounds silly when I say it like that, but it's how a lot of people live their life. Should I open that business? No, but it's scary. I gotta stay at my 9 to 5 because it's comfortable. I mean, honestly, fuck that. You don't know what's going to happen, but you have to decide to make the leap and have faith in yourself, in the universe, that you are good. No matter what happens, you're good. Because if you fail, at least you learned. And if you succeed, then you are going to thank yourself and be so proud of yourself that you decided to make that decision. So other than that, what's really holding you back? And it's fear. A lot of the times it's fear that's making a person indecisive. But if you stop listening to that little tiny voice in your head, you will accomplish the things that you want in your life so much faster. If any, you may have never accomplished these things if you don't decide to do it. So don't let that voice of fear get in the way. You have to do the things that you know you're meant to do. And you can't be like, oh, I don't know if I should or not. I don't know if that's for me. Honestly, you know it's for you because you already have that feeling in your stomach. You have that gut feeling. You know. We all know. But you're afraid to make that decision. So let that fear go. Become decisive. Let go of being indecisive. Go out and make that crazy decision that you're afraid that everyone's going to judge you for. You come into this world alone, you leave this world alone. And life is short. Do what you want and don't let fear make you, hold yourself back. You deserve that life. So anyways, things that you can do to become more decisive, to understand the decision a little bit easier so you can decide to do it. First thing you can do, journal. Write it down. Write down what you want to do. And then I would also journal why you feel like you shouldn't. Maybe like a pros and cons list. Why you want to do that. What your life will look like once you do that. What your life will look like if you don't do that. Write it down. Next thing, meditate. Meditate is a huge thing for making decisions because meditating allows you to check in with your inner self, and that's where you feel that gut feeling. You silence out the noise. You allow yourself to think, to connect with yourself, to understand who you are, and you already know the right thing to do. So meditating will allow you that time to be like, oh, yeah, I should make that decision. That feels right. It always has. Let's do it. Okay, so meditation, SWOT analysis. I think I mentioned this earlier, but SWOT analysis. Your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. Do it on yourself. Do it every 6 months. Figure out where your strengths are. If what you want to do is aligned with your strengths, great. Just fucking go for it. You're already there. If it's a weakness, then work on your weakness and then get it to a strength and then go for it. But decide to do that. SWOT analysis, try new things. Go out. You may have a calling to be a chef, but you can only cook eggs. Go try a cooking class. Go learn. Go to cooking school. Go do it. Get out into it and start learning your craft that you want to master. Try new things. Travel. This is something that I want to implement in my life more because being from the US, feel like I'm kind of boxed in. I don't really have a sense of the world. So traveling, I feel like would help you understand more about yourself, more about the world, and how you can benefit it. And if the thing that you want to do benefits the world, then it'll allow you to make that decision a little bit easier. Move across the town, across the country, to a different country. Get out of your comfort zone, make yourself uncomfortable, and do something new. Move, go meet new people, and it will literally change you as a person and probably make you more decisive because you already decided to move. You already made one decision, so keep making more. And then also stop making excuses and go fucking do it. That's really the bread and butter of it all. Just fucking do it. You're making excuses for yourself because you're scared. I get it. It's scary. But don't be so indecisive. Become a more decisive person. Imagine yourself being more decisive and start small. Your husband asks you what you want for dinner, you tell him right away. Don't say, oh, I want this, I want that. Start small, and then you can start making bigger decisions very quickly. That's all I got for you today. Please let me know if there's anything that you want to listen or you want me to go over, if you want to listen to any topics that you want me to cover. I have a lot of thoughts, so I will gladly go over anything that you guys want to hear. And I appreciate you listening. I love doing this. I decided that I'm going to go all in. So this is my decision right now to record this podcast. So I encourage you to go make a decision of yourself and then let me know what it is. And if it scared the fuck out of you, just let me know that too, and we can be scared together. Alrighty, I will catch you guys on the next episode, and I hope you have a gentle